So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about what is most likely my favorite setup to date. It's exactly what I've been looking for the past few years, and that is going to be the 7 Artisans 25mm 1.8. Again, 7 Artisans, which I know a lot of people do not really buy into, but it's been working out very well for me, and that is paired with the beloved 10-year-old Fuji XE2. Both of these together ran me about $580, $590, and it has executed everything that I've needed to do in the past 6 months that I have owned it. So I want to share a little bit more about that, kind of share my insight on it, maybe my first impressions really since it's only been 6 months, and overall what I've used it for. I was looking for something lightweight, something that looked good, and then something that can really give me clean images. Nothing super professional or super sharp, but just something that gave me good enough quality that I could print something if I wanted to, and also just carry around if I want to hang out with friends and family. So I think that's what I found 6 months in, and we're looking pretty good. So just want to share that experience with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Ooh, that chicken sandwich was fire. All right. What we doing? All right, guys, welcome back. Obviously, this video is going to be about the XE2 and the 25mm 7 Artisans, which has been my favorite setup for the past few months. So I'm going to go over a few points, just kind of list them all real quick so you guys know what's up ahead. So first things first is I want to talk about why I bought the camera, why I bought the lens, my history with Fujifilm, and then kind of just going to end it off by showing you guys the photos I have taken since I got the camera back in April. So let's just get into it. Very basic reasons as to why I bought the XE2. It's going to be weight, size, price, the aesthetic, and the flash. I needed a second camera that was basically to be with friends, to be with family, take photos, snapshots of just moments in my life, as well as using it as something to travel with, and a second camera. There's two things that made a big difference. One was the price. I was really looking for something that if it broke, if I lost it, if it got stolen, it was something that I can replace pretty easily and it wouldn't hurt my pockets as much as like losing an X Pro 3, which that would suck. And the second thing is actually the flash that comes with the XE2. It was really between the XE3 and the XE2. And again, really the flash was the only thing. And this is the flash right here. It's literally a small button, comes right out, tuck it back in, and it works so well. I love taking photos of my friends and just catching them off guard with it. And it works well for anything just at night in general. But yes, obviously the weight, definitely important. I wear this around my neck. I have a short strap from Joe Greer. Shout out to that boy IOE. Also the aesthetic. I like the rangefinder kind of style. Obviously it's not a rangefinder. I do like how it looks though. And that kind of ties right into why I did buy the 25mm 7 Artisans. Before I move into the lens, again, the XE3 and the XE2 very close. There was like a $200 to $300 price difference. I bought the XE2 on MVP. Could have bought the XE3 from MVP as well. Again, I actually trust that site. It's worked out for me pretty well for a good amount of my cameras, honestly. Even though I do buy a lot of secondhand locally, but I have used MVP most of the time. I'm not sponsored. It would be nice in the future to be sponsored because, you know, I gave y'all some, little few pennies, you know what I'm saying? So tying it back into the aesthetic as to why I bought the XE2, it's also the same reason why I bought the 25mm 7 Artisans lens. Man, that's a mouthful. It's the aesthetic, the weight, the price, and just the fact that it was a manual focus lens. So I bought the 25mm somewhere in Seattle when me and my girlfriend were living in a van and we were traveling. We were in downtown Seattle. I saw this camera store, popped in. I didn't even know this lens existed, but it kind of fit the bill of what I was looking for. I didn't really have a budget at the time to spend really anything over $250 on a lens. So this worked out perfectly. Literally just browsing through their selection. I like the size, I like the look. The price was $80 to $90. And I was like, you know what? Kind of like the XE2. Like if I lose this or if I break it, it is what it is. You know, I lost 80 bucks. I spend that going out and partying or going out and going for a meal. Like if I'm getting something of value for it, like I'm pretty sure I'll get the $80 worth pretty quickly. And to my surprise, It's been amazing, dude. I literally love that little lens so much. If I were to break it, I would buy it again. If I were to lose it, I would buy it again. Just because, first of all, the focusing is nice. It doesn't click, but the manual focusing is pretty clean. It feels really nice. It feels well built, and the colors that are produced from that lens with Fuji cameras is just phenomenal. Like I made a preset quite a while ago with the colors that I like, and every time I just throw on my own preset, I make a couple tweaks and it just looks the way I want it to look. So big shout out to 7 Artisans for that. I do want to try more of their lenses out, but again, at the time when I was traveling, I just needed something lightweight and cheap because I didn't want to lug around my 16 to 55 everywhere. I also didn't want to break it because it was my main video lens as well as my main photo lens for like the national parks and getting these massive landscapes. But then we'll kind of go into the next thing, which is my Fuji history. And it's a pretty short history. Maybe in like, I don't know, 2019, I think is when it was, is when I bought my first Fuji camera. I used to shoot Nikon before that. And the reason I switched over to Fuji, which is kind of like the most consistent thing here, is price and aesthetic. I loved how the Fuji cameras looked. I also love the price of entering the ecosystem. The bodies and the lenses from Fuji are hands down way better prices than the full frame counterparts, right? So Nikon, Canon, Sony, and if you want the best of the best lens for Fuji, they're still not that bad compared to a Nikon lens or the Sony G lenses or whatever. So I've always been a fan of that, right? Price and aesthetic. First camera I got was the XT3. Reason I got that was because I wanted to get more into video. At the time, the XE2 was all the rage for the size and its capabilities. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go mirrorless, or I'm gonna continue going mirrorless because I had the Z6 before that. Let me get this XE3 because it seems pretty good. After that, I got the X Pro 2 and the XT3. I regret selling the X Pro 2. It is what it is. Had my phone with it. I should have appreciated it more, because when I bought it, it was only like $800, and now it's like $1,000, $1,100 sometimes for the X Pro 2. Whatever, you know, the used camera market right now just doesn't make sense. And then from the X Pro 2, I got the XT4 and now the XE2. So it's been a short journey, but I've loved every part of it. I love my Fuji cameras. I try to tell everyone, dude, just pick up a Fuji. Like, you don't need a Sony, you don't need a Nikon or a Canon. Like, save a little bit of your money and just stick with the Fuji ecosystem. But people want the big names, and that's what it is. So basically my history around it. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a background of where I've been with Fuji. But outside of that, I mean, this portion of the video is over, and I want to show you guys some photos, probably what you're looking mostly for. It's going to be photos of the past couple months with this setup, the XE2 and a 25mm. Love how it is, love how it works, love how it looks, right? Like, I mean, come on. Again, you saw with that intro, like, this thing is sick, short strap. This is my boy. This is my best friend. But again, enjoy the photos. I'm gonna add a little bit of video from a few days ago that I took out when I was with my girlfriend to watch the sunset in Hollywood, Florida. And that's about it. So I'll be back with you guys in a second. All right, so that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy the photos. Again, I really enjoy the setup. It makes me really happy to carry with me. I love talking about it with people that are learning about cameras. But you know, it is what it is. It is a 10-year-old camera. Some people don't like that. Some people don't trust buying used. But if you're one of the people that don't mind, Definitely pick up the XE2, if not the XE3, the 25mm. If you want to learn how to perfect your manual focusing or just improve, it's a great little lens to have. Again, if anything goes wrong with it, you can easily replace it or take that small loss and you keep on moving. But I love it, and I hope you guys try it out. If you do, let me know. Down to hear your thoughts and see kind of photos other people are getting out there. So that is about it. Appreciate y'all. Got another video on the way just to let you know this channel is going to be a lot about photography, but it's also going to be personal videos that I want to make, things that I deal with or things that I'm thinking of at the moment, and try to make some light of it or just have some fun with creativity. And that's about it. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you whenever.